Welcome to the 20 Sides podcast. This is episode 28, The Censer of Thormir. We're so thankful that you're joining us on this journey as we're starting to meet some of our big, bad, evil guys and experience these story arcs. Please make sure that you rate, review, subscribe so others can find the podcast. We hope that you enjoy.
On the last episode of 20 Sides, the party ventured through the portal and into Dire's Rest. They ended up in a hidden room under the Church of Círdan. They spoke with Father Dunn, a high priest of the church, and Ordella learned she was presumed dead, and her parents fled the city during her 5-year absence. When they left the church, 3 humanoids were seen scouting and investigating the exterior. So Leo sent Luna to investigate. And that's where we begin.
Welcome to 20 Sides, a fast-paced, story-driven, actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast. I'm your DM, Matt.
I'm Bobby, playing Yaros, the Dwarven Barbarian.
Hey, I'm Jess, and I play Leona, the Moon Elf Wizard.
Hi, I'm Philip, and I play Seven, the Warforged Cleric.
Hi, I'm Tyler, and I play the half-elven rogue Ordella.
Join our campaign as we unravel the mysteries of an ancient necrotic evil right now on 20 Sides.
I'm going to message Yaros and say, these creeps just sent me a message in my mind that says that we need to turn around. Tell Seven.
Okay, so apparently these people are bad news. I think your hunch was correct, Seven.
No, oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool.
Can I talk back to her in this?
Yeah.
Where did they go?
Well, right now they're staking out this church. They're on the backside, right? They're still there.
You don't know. Are you going into your trance mode? You can sit down.
Okay, yeah.
So you sit down. The grass is still damp from the morning dew. The sun that's just starting to creep up is casting these long shadows from these trees across from you. And you cross your arms, you close your eyes, and poof, you now see through Luna's eyes. She's hanging close to the walls of this stone church as she turns the corner, and you once again see these 3 robed, skeletal-like, undead humanoid creatures with these glowing eyes as Luna swoops down and then back up to where she gets kind of under the gable of the roof and perches herself upside down. And then you watch as the middle skeletal creature lifts up the sleeve to his robe, revealing this bone-like skeletal structure. He reaches down into this deep pocket and he pulls out what looks like from this distance is a censer, an incense burner, a perfume burner. And he carefully grabs the top of it and almost pries it off. And as he does so, smoke starts to billow out of the top of it, this black, cloudy, gray smoke. The other 2 creatures turn toward him and hold their hands up, almost like they're trying to warm themselves by a fire. And at that moment, a slight breeze picks up, and that smoke tends to ripple all around them. It goes back and forth and fades in and out. And then as the smoke just begins to clear, you see him take that censer and he begins turning it deliberately, carefully, slowly as this dark liquid hits the ground. And where it hits the ground, you see these black tendrils start to stretch out and reach out. And almost immediately, the grass starts to turn black. The leaves that are around it start to turn black, like it sucked the very life out of what was living. And then he takes the top and he pushes it back on top of the censer. One of these undead humanoids continues to look at the church, studying the church. He's looking around him. No one is out and about this early in the morning. The other 2's sole focus is on what just dropped into the ground, that blackened ground that, as you continue to watch it, is spreading out ever so slowly. Luna's still perched on the gable above the church. What are you doing?
So I'm going to turn the corner and I'm going to cast Firebolt.
Wait. Stop there.
Whoa.
Stop there. So
I was going to call a gardener, but
Okay. So, Leo, you pop up out of your trance. You stand up. You brush off your long black cloak. You start walking forward at a brisk pace. You turn the corner. And at this point, Ordella and Yarost are on the complete opposite side of this church. So we'll say it'll take them at least 2-3 turns before they can even get to round this corner. 7 went the other direction, so he's about halfway there. So we'll say it'll take him 1 turn to get there. But I need everybody roll for initiative.
Ooh. Here we go. Oh, shoot.
3.
22.
19.
12.
So our order is Ordella, Leo, these 3 humanoid-like creatures, Yarost, and then 7. Ordella?
What do I know is happening? I feel like I'm kind of far away from everything. Like, do I know fully what's going on?
No. You know nothing more than you knew 6 seconds ago.
Okay.
You know that Leo went around just to follow him, but you haven't heard anything. You haven't seen anything. For all you know, everything's totally fine.
I am feeling lonely. I'm just not sure where everyone went. So I'm going to go try to find them. And as I start to walk and realize that I still can't see them, I am going to use my bonus action to go use cunning action to dash further.
All right. So you sprint around the corner. Leo,
Where does that leave me?
you've gotten almost back to the front of the church. So you're going to have to go around the front of the church and then around the side of the church as well. All right, Leo, it's your turn.
Yeah, so I'm going to cast Firebolt at that essence of Thormir.
Oh, you're going to cast it at the ground.
Yeah, like I want to like burn that.
Okay, roll an attack roll.
A 19 plus 7
Okay.
for Firebolt.
So you pull out your orb and you see this flame start to ignite from it. You grab that flame with your other hand. You fling it forward. It flies through the air, and right before it gets to that spot, you see the flame fizzle out.
Oh no.
You still have your movement and a bonus action.
Well, I guess for my bonus action, I'm going to shove one of these.
Dang.
Kinetic shove.
She just turns
doing
into
it.
a toddler.
That's all
We're
I have.
doing it. Yep.
The one closest to you?
Yeah.
Definitely fails. So he gets pushed back, and then you're going to take your move action to move around to the side of the church. So you're somewhat out of the way of their line of sight, but obviously they have seen you now as you just threw that firebolt forward and you went around to the side of the church. And it is their go, and they are giving chase. So all 3 of them move around to the side of the church. 2 of them can get you in their line of sight. The other one cannot, as he's blocked by the corner of the church. And they almost look like silhouettes as the sun is right behind them, casting these long shadows on them. The first of which locks eyes with you, and you hear in your head again, "We told you to leave." And he reaches both of his hands up, and now you can see these skeletal hands with these claws coming out. And as he does so, this green spectral energy begins to form on his hands. He pulls his hands back and he throws them forward. And as he does so, 2 spectral hands come firing towards you.
So I'm going to cast Shield
Nice. What does that put your AC at?
plus 5 bonus to my AC. So 13, 14 because I have the cloak on plus 5.
19. Both of those spectral hands float and drift towards you, almost like heat-seeking missiles. And at the last second, your shield pops up and they both dissipate into your shield. The other one that can see you raises his hand, and in it is this metallic wand, and you can hear him muttering these incantations. And he takes the wand and he lurches it forward, and these 2 bolts of green energy take off, heading right toward you. And one of those is a nat 20. And you're going to take 21 damage from it. And it shoots another bolt at you. And the second bolt hits the shield. Whew. And it is now Yaro's go.
Leo, all I wanted to do was get a scone.
I'm
all I
sorry.
wanted
I'm
to do.
sorry I
Worst
ruined your
scum
brunch.
ever.
Okay.
Yeah, just running
Okay.
full
So
movement.
Yarost is taking his full movement to get there as he's now heard a firebolt hit the ground. Leo kind of scream out in pain. 7,
Ouch.
you're able to take your full movement as well and get all the way to the edge. Ordella, it is back up to you. You can take your full turn as you've now heard Leo scream, and you can see Leo now. You're still too far away to get to her,
Okay.
but you get about 3/4 of the way there as you're running up the side of this church. Leo, it is back up to you. You've got 2, you can see 2 of these creatures, and now you can see their eyes are like crackling with this bluish energy. Their faces, now that you're close enough to them, almost look like skeletons.
I mean, these are probably my people. You know, they look like they're my people, but
Just tell them.
I'm going to cast a lightning bolt
Ooh, okay.
and just basically a line 100 feet long and 5 feet wide. It says each creature in the line must make a dex saving throw. So I'm just going to shoot it in a line.
I'll say you can hit the 2 that are closest to you because you have vision and line of sight on those. You don't quite have line of sight on the other one. So dex saving throw. The first one rolled a nat 1 and the second rolled a nat 5. So both hit. So for the first time, you hold your orb out in front of you and it begins to crackle with this electrical energy, almost like how Panner's hands began to crackle before he shot a lightning bolt out toward you and Yarost. And 7, and this bolt of lightning erupts and it almost blinds you as it's so bright, shooting forward, and it hits the first skeletal creature and it detonates and these sparks fly off of it, and then that bolt of lightning chains off of him and goes straight to the other skeletal creature, hitting him as well. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I need to roll 8d6. 24.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Is that for each of them? Or?
for each of them?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Well, that's a big spell. I only get 2 of those.
Yep.
I'm like, dang it.
So as this electrical energy pulses through them, they both drop to a knee. One of them looks up at you and says,
You should not be here. I'm going to send a message back that says turn around and die. Please die. And I'm going to shove the other one.
okay.
Or can I shove one all the way down?
You can, but they succeeded on their
Okay.
check. So that energy you push out, they're able to withstand it this time. Both of them that you can see hold their hands up and this smoke starts to swirl around them. And then you feel this huge gust of wind and it dissipates the smoke and both of them have disappeared.
Taking the easy way
Well,
out.
bye.
The other one comes around the corner and is going to cast Grave Bolt at you twice.
Oh, no.
The first one misses, the second one hits, and you're going to take 8 damage.
That's where I die. Here's where I fall.
The skeletal creature reaches out his bony hand and this green energy begins to emulsify together. And as it does so, he pulls his hand back and flings this bolt of energy forward. And you try to dodge out of the way, but you can't, and it connects dead with your chest. It takes your breath away and you stumble back a few steps. How many hit points do you have left?
4.
4 hit points. Okay. Yarost, you are still moving. All right. And 7, you are now able to see one of these creatures as you move around the church. You're not able to get into melee range, though. What do you want to do?
So I'm going to Sacred Flame,
Okay.
which is a dex of 15.
He fails.
Okay, so he's going to take 10 damage.
Okay.
And then with my bonus action, I would like to use my... no, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm just going to do that.
All right.
Let's see his reaction. and then we'll go
Ordella,
from
you are now able to move around the church, and into view comes Leo, 7, and these 3 creatures. You are in range of one of them. What would you like to do?
I'm going to try to hit him with my crossbow.
Perfect. Make an attack roll.
Okay. Ooh, 18
That hits.
plus 7, 8. And then Can I do a attack or expert attack?
Yes,
15 plus 7.
that hits.
1 plus 4, 5.
So as you're sprinting forward, you see Leo almost go down from these grave bolts she's taken in the chest. You reach out to her crossbow, loose 2 bolts. This thing can't move quickly as it tries to dodge out of the way, but can't. You hit it in one shoulder, you hit it in the other shoulder as it stumbles back a few steps. Leo, it is your go.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Chill Touch on it.
Before you roll that, make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
Okay.
A 27.
Looking at these creatures, you know they are some type of undead, and you know that usually casting a necrotic spell on an undead doesn't have as much of an effect as it normally would.
Oh, okay. Then I'm going to switch that up and cast Firebolt.
Okay, make an attack roll.
11, 7, 18,
That hits.
7.
So you pull out your orb and you start to cast Chill Touch, but at the last second, you think better of it, and instead your orb begins to ignite, and you grab that flame with your other hand. You hurl it toward the creature, and he's unable to get out of the way as it hits him in his face, and he says, "Yes."
And I'm going to send it a message.
I'll allow that.
And I'm just going to say, tell me who you're working with. Tell me who you're working for.
And all you hear back is, "You already know."
Oh, I'm going to move out of the way too.
You're going to move back?
Yeah, away from it. So
Okay.
I'm fading quickly.
So you're moving 30 feet back, almost next to Yarost. But seeing how weak you are and how you lumbered back to that spot to where Yarost is, he's going to unleash 2 more grave bolts at you.
Oh, God.
The first one is a 18 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
You're going to take 8 damage.
Oh, gosh.
She's
down.
I'm definitely down now.
So again, you've seen this 2 times now, this green bolt of energy fling forward out of its hand,
How do I get that?
and it connects right in your chest. And this time, instead of taking the breath away, it feels like it sucks the very life force out of you as you stumble back a few steps and then fall on this cobblestone road.
Didn't like that answer.
Yeah.
And you can't see what happens next because your eyes are closed and you're unconscious on the ground. But he's shooting you again. But he does have disadvantage because you're prone on the ground and he's ranged. Ugh. 11 to hit misses, and that green bolt of energy hits right next to you and burns into the ground. And almost instantaneously, as soon as that grave bolt hits the ground, the other 2 that disappeared pop up, and they're right next to you, 7.
Oh, gosh.
The first of which, you're now seeing these huge claws as they come out of its cloak.
But they're pretty injured, right? I mean, I did injure
Yeah, you hit them for 24 damage each. Yes,
So,
they are pretty.
Come
injured.
on, 7.
yeah, you got this, boo.
Their claws come out of their cloaks, and their skeletal hands are much bigger than what you would normally see. And they go to scrape against you. The first one scrapes against your shield and misses. The second one scrapes against your armor, and you can feel your armor protect you. The other one swings twice as well.
Golly.
Never rolled higher than a 5. Yeah. So all 4 attacks miss as they're now in melee range with you. And it is Yarost's go. Yarost, you can get into melee range with the one that has
Or
shot
you could
Leo.
probably get to Leo if you have any kind of... She's unconscious.
I'm like, just dig in my backpack of holding. There's all kinds of stuff. Just don't look at the gold. Just grab a healing potion.
You hear this in your mind?
Don't look at the gold. There is no gold.
There's no gold. There's no gems.
What would Yaros do here?
WWYD.
What would Yaros do?
I think we'll have to attack. I think we'll have to attack. We're doing great weapon math. We're not raging or anything yet. That's So we're just doing a great weapon master, but reckless attack as well.
10. Misses. Misses.
2 attacks a turn now, then?
2 attacks a turn at level 5.
Same thing. There you go. It's better. 19.
That's going to hit.
21 damage.
As you rush forward, pull your maul over your head, and you pummel down on this undead creature in front of you. Your maul, Eternal Rest, seems to, as you're pummeling through it and you feel these bones cracking underneath its cloaks, you feel something absorb into the maul, almost like it kind of jolts your maul a little bit as your maul goes all the way to the ground and it slams down as that creature dies in front of you. It is now Seven's go, or Della, you're on deck.
So, with them right on top of me, I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians right on top of me.
Yeah.
So, Seven grabs his mace with 2 hands, and you can see him just kind of like, almost like he flexes as this angel jumps up above him in this 15-foot range. And they need to make a wisdom saving throw of 15 or better.
Dang.
The first one fails, and the second one fails.
They're going to take 3. Both of them will take 3d8. That's going to be 10 damage there. For the first one, I'm going to roll twice because I didn't like that one. Can I roll twice? Or since they're both taking damage?
I'll allow
okay,
it.
thank you. Because I didn't like 10. That feels a lot better. 13.
This angelic, ethereal spirit with 2 maces appears as if out of nowhere and drops down onto one of these skeletal, humanoid, undead creatures. It unleashes a smack of a mace. And even though it's ethereal, you can hear the crack of the ribs as this creature falls to the ground, dead. And then he turns and bludgeons the other one. That concludes your turn. Ordella, what are you doing?
So Ordella's going to round the corner,
Okay.
whoop it out, and see.
I love how everyone has left Leo in the wake.
Just leave me, everybody. Just
So,
save yourselves.
Ordella, you turn this corner. There is one crumbled up skeletal creature in front of Yarost. There is one crumbled up skeletal creature in front of Seven. There's another one standing in front of him with these 2 huge, enormous claws out, and this angelic being is above Seven, just kind of floating above him.
I can reach from here, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to attack the one that's in front of Seven.
Okay.
Because get away. 17?
That hits.
Okay. 2 + 4, 6.
And go ahead and roll that 3 more times for your sneak attack, because 7 is within
He's
5
right
feet.
there.
Yeah.
This one, 3
Yeah.
more times. 4. 4. 5. 8, 8, 5. Or 8, 8.
Either way, plenty of damage to
Get out of here.
end this creature. You lock onto the skeletal creature. You fire your bolt. It doesn't see it until the last second, and that bolt connects directly with its clavicle. And in doing so, it breaks apart the ribs, and the skeletal creature crumbles to the ground in front of Seven. All threats have seemingly been ended. Leo lies unconscious on the ground. There are 3 skeletal creatures out in front of you all.
Matt, which one of them had that whatever you called it?
Censer.
The Censer,
Sensor.
the one that's crumbled up right in front of Yarost.
Yeah, 7. I think Leo needs your help.
Oh, okay. I'm coming. And then he starts trotting, very proud of himself that he's needed.
So you run
So
around the
sweet.
corner.
I'm going
Leo's
to
on the ground.
spare the dying.
Ooh, spare the dying. Okay.
I was about to say, I know what you have. I know your inventory of potions.
So you cast spare the dying. Leo stabilizes. She's not conscious, but she stabilizes. I love how Philip doesn't want to use a spell slot to cast Cure Wounds.
Sure don't. I just used one for 1 move, but that's
well,
good.
you also have 2 healing potions and a
So I'm now digging through this bag of holding.
1 greater healing.
I don't care about that. I'm digging through her bag.
Ooh, what's in
Like,
there?
This thing is huge. Did y'all know?
My
I just like put my arm through it. Like,
my
look, guys.
soul is screaming,
Look,
oh
look,
gosh.
I'm like,
Oh, my
look. I stick my
treasures.
arm all the way in it and pull it back all the way. Like, that's crazy. And I pull out one of her healing potions.
Yeah, I have a healing.
Okay.
I have 1
Give it
healing
to her.
and I give it
potion
to her.
left.
2d4 plus 2.
4, so 6.
So you come back to now as Seven's over you. His hand is in your bag of holding.
It looks like he's doing a disappearing trick. He's like, hey guys, look. And I just keep in and out.
Oh my gosh, that's my private stash. Get out of there.
Oh, sorry.
But also, thank you.
Oh, you are so welcome. Oh man. Hey, did y'all hear that? Shit.
Keep it down.
Oh, sorry.
Leo.
Is this like me and Yaro's secrets? Is that?
You guys keep secrets? It's weird.
What? Oh, wait. No, we don't. No.
Okay,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna get up. My chest.
Leo, are you okay?
I mean, no.
Did you just die?
Hey, we had to finish the fight you
it's like
started, by the way.
every day.
I don't know if you realize that or not. You were unconscious, but we had to finish the fight you started, so.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
But also, I'm pretty sure that plant right there, and I'm gonna show them the spot. I'm pretty sure that is a drop of essence of Thorm, like from the letter under Crow Reach Tower. I feel like.
Okay, well, it looks like mold to me, but that's okay. I think that I think Yaros should hit it with his maul. Because didn't he hit the last one with his maul? And it sucked it up in there?
Yeah, I initially tried to hit it with a firebolt, and I was right, bullseye. And as soon as it got too close,
Did you
it
try to hit the last one with your
fizzed
firebolt
out.
too?
What?
Did that happen the last time?
What
This
are,
is more
what are we
accurate.
talking about?
Oh,
So this was before you joined us.
And then also
Hit it,
this one over
Yaros,
here
hit it, Yaros.
has a thermos of smoke.
thermos of smoke.
What
It's like,
is
it's like
anyone
a-
even talking about? I have no idea
that
what's going
that
on.
It dripped the essence out of.
Whose essence is where? What is this black goop over here? Should I just go
Yaros
touch?
hit it. Yaros hit it. And he's,
I'll go over there and I guess I'll just kind of. I mean, it's not like a thing yet. Like it's just something.
Yeah.
I kind of just put
Yeah.
my
Okay.
hammer on it.
Yeah, you set your maul on it and you feel a little bit of a jolt. You pull it back and it's gone.
knew it. Told you. Ha ha ha.
Oh,
Good
dang.
call. Good call.
Yeah, that
This is
was.
similar to what's happened at Crow Reach.
What happened at Crow Reach?
We found similar essence, but it seemed to have grown.
No,
quite
that's
a
just
bit.
for us. We're best friends. You can't know. That's
Ew, 7. Rude.
So basically, let's go, I guess, to the cafe
check,
now.
Check the bodies for the
Oh, yeah.
sensor.
Yeah.
Let's check.
hey, you have a really big bag that can hold this thing. You know that?
I mean, it's not that big.
Oh no, I put my entire arm in it. I don't know if.
Okay.
No.
So you search the body that you were closest to, Yaros, that you basically exploded. The sensor is underneath a few of the bones.
Does it look damaged in any way?
No.
Okay. So
Can
Pick
you
it up.
can you just put your maul on it?
guess we can try. I'll say.
Okay.
Hold it in one hand, hold my maul in the other, and just kind of.
As soon as you pick this up,
Mhm.
before you're able to
Oh,
kind of
gosh.
put your
Yeah,
maul
like-
against it,
He's cursed. He's
you,
possessed.
you
He is bones.
hear in the back of your mind and almost echoing,
To kill the rest of the party, I'll do it. That's what it's telling me to do. I'll have to do it.
I almost got a Well, I already took care of myself pretty much.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll start with Leo.
Our theme music just starts playing in the background. We slowly fade out.
no, you hear in the back of your mind a language you don't speak. But the moment you touch this thing, you just hear,
Still continue to.
okay.
I mean, I'll explain that stuff later to everybody. but-
Yeah. You pick it up,
Can't wait.
you hold your maul out near it, nothing happened.
Okay.
Yeah, what's going on with that thing?
I don't know. It's kind of like when you talk in my head, but these words I don't know these words.
Does it sound like a language that you just can't comprehend?
That's what it means when I say I don't know the words. You don't have to make it sound even worse.
So can I cast comprehend languages?
Sure.
Able to
And
cast that on someone else, or
It says you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written. So it takes about a minute to read one. The spell doesn't decode secret messages in a text or a glyph.
So
But I mean-
here you hold it. I assume you explain to us you have a spell like this, and then I can hand it to you and see if you hear the voice. Because I can't. You casting it not going to help me understand
Right.
it.
But if I cast it in I can hear it in your mind with my message. No. Okay.
I like your thought process.
So then, so before I
The
cast
layering.
it, then should I touch it and see if I hear anything?
Probably be better. Yeah. Not waste your spells.
Okay.
So I kind of hand it over to her.
Okay. As soon as you grab it, Leo, you hear a very similar message that Yarost heard.
That's not what you said last time.
Yeah, I was gonna say I love that Matt's having to repeat this
Okay,
because
first off, I
He's
said
like,
similar,
"Dang
guys.
it."
And that was the exact same message.
Let's all pass it around now
Yeah.
and see.
Yeah.
Oh, can I try?
What does it say to me? What does it say to me?
Go to target.
It's like a magic. It's like a magic 8 ball.
Yeah.
Please pick up cheese from the store on your way home.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Comprehend Languages and. Oh, I'm scared.
Leo, you hear,
You have it within you. Break free from their hold.
and that is it for this week's 20 Sides. Tune in each week to follow Yarost, Seven, Leona, and Ordella as they venture across the Veiled Lands. Don't forget to follow us on all the socials, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at 20 Sides Pod. Rate and review us wherever you listen to your podcast, and please share the podcast with your friends, family, and of course, your arch rivals. Last but not least, we couldn't do this without the atmospheric background tracks from tabletopaudio.com and Michael Gelfi. We will see you next week right here on 20 Sides.